guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Brenda Jo. For today's video, I tried to follow two different videos for makeup tutorials. It actually just looks very amazing. It doesn't look too crazy. I feel like this side looks softer than this side. You guys be the judge of that. Let me know, what do you guys think of this look? But I also did use some products that were new because I've never tried them before. Without further ado, let's get right on into the video. My skin is already prepped with moisturizer. I didn't prime it, but I'm gonna be following two separate videos to get the look for today. I'm gonna be doing the Painted by Spencer foundation routine that he does, and then I'm gonna be doing an eyeshadow tutorial from dang, I already forgot her name, but I'll just make sure to leave both the videos down below.
Today I am super stoked to be creating one of my favorite looks on one of my favorite people.
I'm gonna have to prime. I'm sorry, I have to prime because my skin is so oily. I'm gonna be taking the number 7 Airbrush Away Pore Minimizing Primer. Okay, so Painted by Spencer starts off with contour. For contour, I'm gonna be taking the black Opal stick in Suede Mocha. I'm gonna warm it up on the back of my hands.
I'm going to use that peachy coral cream in the same Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, and with my ring finger I'm just applying this to the areas I want. Okay,
he's moving pretty fast. I don't know if he blended everything out. He did. So I'm gonna take my finger. For foundation, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in the shade 525. Is the contour even still there? Like, I can see the definition.
To conceal, I'm using the Born This Way multi-use sculpting
concealer.
concealer.
Okay, this is a lot of foundation. I should have used one pump. But oh well. So far, this is barely going right. But I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in 415 Honey. Wait, let me see how you apply the concealer. He's using a beauty sponge. I need to go wet mine. I'll be right back. Wow, this is coming out really good, even though I'm not following it to a T, I think. Oh, my nose is so crooked. My nose is always crooked when it comes to blending.
It's important for me to mention that makeup is art, and I don't believe in teaching someone how to create art. It's very subjective.
Okay, I don't have the Midnight Banana powder, so I'm going to be using the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in Warm Saffron. I recently got this at Ulta. And he's using a pressed powder. Not a pressed powder. But a powder puff to set under the eyes, right? So I'm going to take this powder puff that I have here. This is going to be slick. Oh, I love this. Warm saffron shade. So, oh my god, this feels like I have powder on my skin. Oh wow, it is looking good on camera though. Okay, so he only set under the eye.
Apply this powder with a large fluffy face brush, and then once it's on the skin, I'm going to go in with a powder puff and really press that powder into the skin.
I'm going to use the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder in Original, which is the translucent shade, and use that to set the rest of the face. Yo, these powders, oh, it's so good.
Look to the skin, especially for video, you'll see that any of the texture that we had on the forehead or on the cheeks will completely disappear.
Okay, then he goes into the powder puff and he presses the rest of it onto the skin. I know he was patting and rolling, but I'ma just pat, pat, pat. To set my contour. I just love saying it like that. Contour. To set my contour, I'm actually gonna be using the Morphe x James Charles palette. I recently ordered this when it was on sale on Morphe website, and I just had to have it. It's like a staple at this point. So I'm actually going to be using this shade right here for my contour. Oh wow. Okay. I put too much. Oh wow. I didn't expect it to be that pigmented. And I still apply too much. I really think it's just this brush because, okay, yeah, this is the brush. Okay, let me take this here. Okay, no, he didn't do that. I'm panicking. Look at it. Okay, I never saw him set the nose, but apparently he did. So I'm just gonna take my powder puff, whatever I have on it, and lightly set it. And then he goes into contouring the nose. Face,
sometimes we can lose that structure and that.
My face literally looks amazing, you guys. Like, it looks real good.
Pinching it at the end.
Okay, so he's going in to bake now.
face shapes.
He baked the forehead. Ma'am, you need to make sure you're following the... I think this is crooked. I took this too far out. Let me just fix that. Okay. Okay. Can you see the precision there? For brows, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Brow Boss. For brows, I'm going to be using the ColourPop Brow Boss in dark brown. This is the pencil. I actually don't like this brow pencil. Oh, he did not clean up under the brows. Then he goes into eyes, but I'm actually going to follow a different makeup tutorial for my eyes. Voiceover time, you guys. So my sister called when I was actually filming, and you guys don't need to hear the conversation. But I am going into the Morphe x James Charles palette. I take Benny, which is the very dark shade. I first apply that with a flat dense brush. I pack it on until I get the intensity that I want, and then I go in with No Beans on a more precise fluffy brush, and then I blend those two shades together. And once I finish blending those two out, I actually take 10% off and I apply it on top of No Beans. And I actually applied too much on this side of my eye that I'm doing right now, and I also blended it out with the wrong brush, so it ended up being a little more diffused than the other eye. So I went back in to the shade Benny with that same flat dense brush, and I packed it on, and then I went back into the fluffy blending brush I was supposed to use, and I blended the shade out. So this eye actually looks a little more diffused and actually better than the other eye, but I tried to fix it. Hopefully you guys can't tell. Well, probably are gonna notice now since I mentioned it. But I'm going back into the L'Oreal concealer to cut my crease. I'm not doing anything too dramatic. I'm just keeping it very small and perfect for the shape of my eye. Then I went into the shade Daddy from the same palette and packed that on with a flat eyeshadow brush. Going into the shade Cape Cod. I don't know why I was about to say cafe. Cape Cod. I spray that on. I spray my brush first, and then I applied the color. And now I'm trying to perfect the other eye because I noticed the difference between the two eyes. I went back into Benny and I applied a little more on the outer V just to blend the two colors together. For the lower part of the eye, I did the same thing I did for the top. I started off with Benny on a very small flat smudging eye brush. Then I took No Beans and blended it off with 10% off. For my inner corner highlight, I don't remember if I used Wig or So Good, but it was actually a little too bright for me, so I think it was So Good. And I started to panic because I didn't think this look was actually going right once I got to my eyes, and I was freaking out, you guys. I was seriously freaking out. Now I'm taking my Revlon pressed powder in Cappuccino, and I'm trying to remove the brightness that was on the rest of my face because I actually used the wrong powder when I was pat. So I applied highlight on my chin and the top of my Cupid's bow, whatever that is, with the So Good. And then for blush, I actually used the eyeshadow Rustic as my blush, and I actually love the color. It came out really amazing. I'm going to blend the top portion of my forehead as well because I felt that was too bright and I needed to tone it down with the Revlon powder. I went in with a black eyeliner in my waterline for some depth. I'm using some lashes from my girl that I got on Instagram, lining my lips, applying my liquid lipstick, my lip gloss, and the look is complete. I forgot to let you guys know how I feel about the products, but I'll definitely do a separate video on my favorites and what I've been loving so far in another video. I also want to add that I am so in love with how my face turned out. I definitely panicked and felt very nervous when I was doing this look, but it came out really, really, really amazing, and Painted by Spencer really did that with this look, and I'm so glad that I followed the video. Well, okay, I need to do my intro, my outro, so I'm gonna call you back.
Nah, she just ditched me again. I be.
Bye.
You good? Alright, bye. All good.
If I had hair, this would have looked like a great strong pose. But it looks like I just have a migraine. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you like it, and let me know what you guys want to see down below. I do appreciate you guys watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!